Hey, yo, Cameron,
Come.
Chrissy. Hey, yo,
Hey,
Cameron, Chrissy.
Pam.
Sorry. Cam.
Why is Pamela horizontal?
Cam, do you have? Wait, where are you? Are you in College Station?
I'm in Houston watching my uncle's cats.
Is it the one that
Is that
lives
the
in
same uncle that
Cuba?
sells drugs and people?
Yeah, but he lives in Houston now.
Oh, bet. I respect that.
Wait, yes to me or what? Oh dang! Deshaun Watson had like a long time massage therapist for 2.5 years.
Damn.
Well, let's get this
Damn.
shit kicked off.
Did y'all see
This is
Stranger
recording.
Things, like the new one? You remember when Eddie was like trying to sell for $15 that whole thing of weed to her?
Fucking half, bro. Cam, he was gonna sell her a half ounce for $20.
Who?
This
And then
dude
she
in Stranger
flirted.
Things. This is 1986 weed is $20 for half an O. This
Yeah, well,
is
you know that shit is
blasphemy.
leaves, homeboy. You're smoking leaves.
And this is where I go back to the store. This is where I go back in this and I say they were smoking fucking Mexican brick weed their whole life.
For real, like it was horrible.
Like these never had no alien nutsack kush. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if we brought some alien nutsack kush back to like 1950, be sure like
They wouldn't have shot Kennedy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch the game, but I did the highlight.
Cam, dude, they're really good. Like the games so far, the game 3 was like all right. Game 2 was all right, but the first game was crazy. The Celtics came back from like Celtics came back twice from being down like 15 or something. And I was like, holy shit. One of my biggest
Keep going. Sorry.
One of like the biggest things I noticed is even when like Tatum is having a bad night, they still win. So it shows like how like they're all like good. Like Curry's having a bad night, like.
But that's what you realized in game 2 is they all had a bad night. Every single one of them, even Tatum. I mean, he had 28 points. It was a pretty good night, but it's not like he looked phenomenal out there, and he's not picking up the rest of the team. And that's what I've realized is the Celtics are winning because they're a team. They look good.
They have like the bench players that'll like help them out, whereas like it's just Curry and stuff.
Yeah, you can see in game 3. I mean, Curry looks discouraged. Or game 2, in game 1, Curry looks so discouraged at the end of the fourth quarter when he can't make a single shot to save his life. And you're like, yeah, because all of these guys are relying on Curry, Clay, and Draymond. And then you have in game 3, Draymond has more fouls than he does points or any other stat on the sheet. Are you kidding me?
Hey, he
An elite basketball player that does that needs to be fucking fined or something. Like, that's bullshit.
He ain't fouled out yet, though.
What?
He hasn't fouled out yet, though. It's chill.
He fouled out game 3.
But I'd rather he did foul out?
Yeah, he ended up getting 6 fouls, bro. Fouled out. Boom, through it.
Was it like, when do you get fouled out?
He got fouled out at the end of the fourth.
The fourth.
Was it? Yeah. I don't actually remember. But I remember him getting fouled out, and he was pissed, and he kept on barking at the refs after he already fouled out.
Oh my,
and it's like, come on, someone needs
people to play against, because like I feel like he just never shuts up about anything. Like he could know, like he's the type of dude to know he's 100% wrong, and he's just like, nah, fuck you, bro. Like you're wrong.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, so this is Draymond's final stats so far: 15 points, 26.3% field goal percentage, 0 for 7 from 3, and he has more turnovers than made baskets. He has more fouls than points, bro.
The turnovers are bad.
I'm trying to find that like tweet where it was, I think his wife saying something like how Warriors fans just go like to games and enjoy the game and everything. And then someone like subtweeted that with like the video of that girl going like, "Hey LeBron, how does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch?" And this guy was like, I was waiting to put this out on Twitter again because I was against the Warriors. Because
Yeah.
like his wife was saying like how like Warriors fans like don't do that and only Celtics fans do that. And then this guy was like, and send it out.
Though
I can't
also,
find it though.
also, Draymond has joined some pretty good company now. He and Bill Laimbeer are the only players to foul out with 35 plus minutes and 2 points or fewer in the NBA Finals. That's some good company, if you ask me.
That's the stat you want to have.
I mean, Bill Laimbeer and Draymond Green are pretty much the same fucking person. Like literal twins, just different skin color. I mean,
I
they
just know they're
literally just-
missing
Hey,
KD right now.
who would win 1v1 though?
Bill Laimbeer, 100%. Bill
Wasn't
Laimbeer was a
he,
dog.
like, a plumber or something.
He was a dog, bro. Bill Laimbeer could have been a fucking esoteric
Am I
guy.
thinking of the right guy? Is that the guy on? Was that the guy on the Celtics or the guy on Detroit?
Detroit. He played with the
Okay.
bad boys.
I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
The bad boys. The fucking Pistons, baby. Dude, that's when basketball was basketball. That was like NFL basketball, though.
Whenever fucking nobody.
NFL basketball.
What was
I
his
mean,
name?
what do you
Say
like?
it.
You think about it, you would see fucking literally Larry Bird just come with the fucking right hook just out of nowhere, and it's barely a foul. It's like, okay, I guess we'll
Yeah.
allow that.
Clean.
But I think we see here is that Draymond isn't actually as good as like a lot of people say he is. I think he's just that force player, the power player that you need in the paint to cause
Yeah,
chaos.
Draymond's not like anything like special. He's just like been
He's
there
just that
for
dude.
many years, and he knows how Steve Kerr's system works.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do you want out on the court?
But I think what I like about him is he reminds me of that old style of basketball play where you're fucking dirty and you try to do every little thing. Like you see it when he falls on Jaylen Brown and he rolls his body onto Jaylen Brown's face. And you're like,
with his legs
you-
over his face.
like you could have done that in a different way, and like you could have, but you did that on purpose. Like there's little sly things like when
He probably
Draymond
knew he was
picks
gonna get
up.
away with it too. Like
Yeah, and that's why when you have what was Scott Foster, the
mhm.
the fucking meanest NFL ref or NBA ref there is, like, yeah, you gotta watch out. Like that, like he's gonna call everything, especially when you see him calling Curry 4 fouls. That's crazy. Like Curry, they called Curry on a which I thought was maybe just a reach. They called him on a shooting foul. When he reached in, touched the ball, Jaylen Brown just pops up a 3. It's a shooting foul. He gets 3 shots. I think they really like what Steve Kerr needs to do is just he needs to watch the officiating because he needs to teach his team how to get past the officials and actually not get calls and to be just better technical players.
He just needs to stay on their ass from the beginning because like it can get like out of hand, and like especially with how good the Celtics defense is, like,
Yeah.
kind of fucking hard to like stay on
Yeah.
because the Celtics play such terrific defense. Like
Yeah. I mean, they had the defensive player of the year. That was
Who's-
what blew me. Huh?
Who is the center that they had in game 3 that was just out there blocking everything? Number
Robert
44?
Williams, maybe.
Dude,
A&M.
yes.
He went to A&M.
Dude, he's a beast. He
Oh,
literally, you
see?
see, I don't know who it was, but threw up a floater and he just comes up and just goes, wow. It just
Yeah, he's a badass.
launches
That's what's
it.
crazy is all their big guys are like adding to the team. Like they're shooting, they're blocking. Like remember Al Horford game 1?
Mhm.
He
Oh,
just kept
yeah.
shooting those threes and making them.
But it's almost like the
Like-
Warriors don't have a big enough lineup for the Celtics, too. And
It's
it's
not
like
That's
the
why
Celtics are taking
whenever-
advantage of that.
There were like rumors about like Ben Simmons going to the Warriors for the longest time because they just like they needed like a big man. And
Yeah.
like right now, Draymond is like the villain of the finals. I mean, you always need a villain every year,
But I mean, if Curry had like a Joel Embiid or fucking maybe even like I don't even know who else is I think Joel Embiid would be Curry's perfect fit. If it was to me and I could make
You know
that
who would
make
be
anything
perfect for
happen.
the Warriors is Bam Adebayo, bro. He would fit in there.
Ooh, I would.
oh, the Heat.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Bam's pretty good, but I just like Joel just the way he plays and he can shoot now.
He's not a
such a good
multi.
player.
He's not a multi-position defender. Then that's the only thing. That's what the
I
Warriors.
don't like the Warriors. So
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they're good. They're good the way they are right now.
Whatever
No, but
the
yeah, they
game
rely
does,
like
man.
so much on like Curry shooting and like Clay shooting that it's just I feel bad. Like I mean, when Clay was out, look at how bad they were. It's so weird
Yeah.
saying that. That's like my dad's name, so I feel like I'm being disrespectful.
Like, fuck you, Clay. You can't shoot for shit.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's been crazy. I'm excited for the game tomorrow.
It's tonight.
Right.
Tonight, right?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
today's Friday?
Yes, today's
Yeah.
Friday, Pamela.
Oh shit! I thought
Happy
today
Friday,
was
TGIF
Thursday.
sister. Let's go get some
Margie.
Margies.
Margie.
Marge.
But
No,
yeah, they
yeah,
play
'cause,
tonight. So I think
um,
who do you got tonight, Pam?
the
Who you got?
Celtics.
How many would you guess?
I think it's gonna be like 110 to 117 Celtics.
Okay. So you got you got Celtics in 6 or Celtics in 5?
Celtics in 6 because it's the Warriors. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
disrespect them that much.
That's what I told Cam. I think I told this was in the last episode. I told Cam, I said, dude, Celtics, and if Celtics lose game 2, it's gonna be Celtics in 6. If they win, they're gonna sweep. So I think
Yeah.
I'm still calling Celtics in 6. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Warriors in 7.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need it.
Honestly, the
Warriors
key
in 7. You know
thing-
what? Curry comes out tonight. He drops 35. Clay drops a smooth 25. We get 10 from Looney. Yeah, fuck that. You know what? Yes. Warriors in 7, baby.
I think the Warriors are still gonna take it. They're just this is their 5th time in the finals. Like I don't know, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? I think a lot of people talk shit about Braun for being in the finals and losing so much. What about that boy Curry, dog? Come on.
I
He's
just
gonna
think
be
them
third-
winning the first game, them winning the first game at home in like the Warriors, what are they in San Francisco? In San Francisco, I feel like that was like a big thing because that just started it off. Because now that's like one less away game that they have to win.
Yeah.
they
But
have
the
home
problem,
court
the problem the Celtics have had all year is losing home games, especially in the playoffs. They did it to the Heat. They did it to the Bucks. It's gonna happen. So I don't know. I mean, they dropped 2 to the Bucks at home and 2 to the Heat at home. So I think what we see here is we're gonna see a loss tonight. Warriors go back home, take a dub, then we bring it back to the Garden. Warriors dub there,
Woo.
and they dub at home.
Celtics in 6 for me. I
Warriors
also just
7.
feel like whenever you have a really emotional player, that like hurts your team a lot. And I feel like that's what Draymond is for the Warriors because
I don't think
you
it's
look
hurt
at it
them.
like, have you ever seen any of the Celtics guys like in headlines over like something that's not like stats?
In what?
No.
I
But
mean, Jason Tatum, but just because he's dope as shit.
well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like just him like being like their star player.
Yeah.
But like you always see like the Warriors in like the headlines for, or at least Draymond. So I just feel like whenever you have a really emotional player, I mean, look at how much it got to Draymond whenever the fans were chanting like "F you, Draymond." I remember they were doing that to what's his name, Crowder. Whenever I went to the New Orleans Suns game, they were chanting like that to him, and like you could tell like that messed up his game a lot. And I feel like that's like really has something to do with it too. That's why home advantage is like such a big deal. That's
Having
another reason why I
a player
said
like Draymond is like it can like hurt you and like also help you like a lot. Like
yeah, that's why
get hurt, but like when he's like actually being like a leader on his team, like he's almost
Yeah.
unstoppable. Like
Yeah. A lot of the time he'll lead assists. Like he'll get major rebounds, but
he literally does everything on the court.
game 3 he did nothing. That was the thing. Like he literally had more fouls than any other stat, that's blasphemous.
That's weak.
Like, that's the
blasphemous.
thing is like it could be night and day. Like of course, yeah, it has its like perks, but it also could happen like game 3 and he could totally just have it control him.
Yeah.
I
think
feel
it's
like
gonna be-
LeBron's one of the few ones that it only affects him like positively. Like he'll get the hate, and that just makes him like grow a
Just-
foot taller, shoot straighter. Like he's the only
It's
one.
like he drinks that like the Michael Jordan juice or some shit they had in the fucking space. That
And
first
he
Space
took
Jam.
that personally, so he uses that shit.
He does
Oh
take that
my
shit
God.
personal as fuck.
Alright,
Huh?
LeBron does take that shit personal as fuck.
He gets
Yeah.
mad. I feel like he actually like sits in his room and like fucking
Sure.
rereads those tweets over and over and over again.
He's like, fuck Gator, fuck Swamp Talk.
Did y'all see like his son was getting like shit on for taking like a blonde girl to prom?
Oh yeah, but they didn't
Okay.
give shit to fucking Zaire Wade for like actually chopping his dick off.
What?
Oh, shit.
I mean, that shit's whack as fuck to
Dwayne
me, if you
Wade's
ask me.
kid. This
Yeah.
is Dwayne Wade's kid.
Yeah,
Isn't like Magic Johnson's son?
he's homosexual.
Oh my
Homoerotic.
gosh, dance.
What? Can I? That's what you're supposed to say. That's the scientific term.
He is a
Uh-oh.
homosexual.
Clay's home.
Hey, Clay.
I just heard
Thompson?
him come in. What?
Clay Thompson pulled up to the
Thompson?
crib. Nathan won't like this shit.
Well. Oh, what was I gonna say?
Speaking about dudes pulling up to women's crib not very fucking nicely, let's talk about Deshaun Watson.
Oh my gosh, dude,
What-
that is
What else is there to
so-
talk about? I thought this was over, and then now it's
Exactly.
I saw
I'm
like
gonna share. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. We're gonna start. We could go through this fucking.
what was the headline I saw? It was like a minimum of 66 women he got a massage from. I was like, what the fuck are y'all like doing?
Bro, this
I
shit's
know.
crazy,
I'm like,
dog.
Deshaun, is that what you do on
66?
Friday nights? Like, what are you like 66 women in a matter of oh my gosh, dude. It is crazy.
Who's keeping
Let's
track of this stuff?
Start. I don't even know. I hope I think God is honestly at this point. There's some horrible.
God.
Like there was. I can't.
Well, he's out of our
Let me
contract.
find it.
First-round
Oh,
picks,
okay.
so
These
I'm
are
getting
these are the
lost.
66 women. The 24 who have sued him. There's a woman who sued but then withdrew. 2 women who filed criminal complaints against Watson. At least 15 therapists who issued statements of support for Watson at the request of his lawyers and gave him massages during that period. At least 4 therapists from Genuine Touch. 5 women identified by the plaintiff's lawyers. And at least 15 other women whose appointments with Watson were confirmed through interviews in records reviewed by the Times. Bro, it's just like, dude, this one. Okay, this is the worst part. He's talking to this girl. He met her on a plane. Like she was a fucking what's it called? A flight attendant. And she told him that she's studying being a massage therapist. And he asked
What
her
the
all these
fuck?
questions. And then at the very he's like, you give me times. What's a contact I can hit you on? Just trying to support black businesses. Like, bruh, you were trying to get your dick touched, dog.
Dude, it's just the more this goes on, it's like the worse it gets.
It's
Like you would
so
think
bad.
like it would more evidence would come out like in his defense. Like what did his lawyer say? He said like the truth will like come out. That's why they're not stressed. But it's like,
And
bro,
his lawyer on a talk show the other day said that because he paid extra money, that it became a rub and tug and that it was legal.
oh my gosh, a rubbing
I was
tug.
like, what the?
What is that?
You don't know what a rub and tug is?
No, honestly,
you've never
it's okay.
been
I don't have to know, it's okay.
you've never been to off 1,000 Oaks.
Happy ending.
That's the word he used. He used happy ending. He didn't use rub and tug. I just couldn't remember it. He used happy ending, but he said he's like because it was a happy ending and he paid extra.
Dude.
It's not sexual assault.
And he would bring in a certain towel. Like he would bring right here. It says plaintiff's attorney say Watson's insistence on bringing a personal towel to massage
Oh, yeah, his happy
How
ending.
fucking
is
stiff do you think that
evidence.
towel is?
Bro, he would play games with that shit like wrapped up right here, bro. He'd be all like,
Oh, he'd have that fucking just 2-footer just hanging out.
Ew.
God.
It's honestly like in his case, he like that's smart for him because that way like they can't the ladies can't keep the towels for like evidence. Like he had his own
Yeah.
towel.
See,
But
this
then
is the
that shows that he's guilty. Like there's
But-
more and more. What else is there more to talk about? Like why? What is the NFL like investigating right now?
because they just paid him 230 million, or I guess they didn't, but the Cleveland Browns paid him 230 million dollars, and they're probably scrambling like crazy with the NFL.
But yeah, but it's just like why? It's
It's
the
this
fact
thing
that,
that
they took all
keeps
the
happening in
criminals.
America, and a lot of people don't realize it. And it's people that with money, no matter your race, will always be protected.
Yep. That's why I'm like, whenever all the criminal charges, like, because I'm
Like-
always like innocent until proven guilty, but it's like, dude, 24 women.
So,
24.
think about it. He met with 66 women over a 17-month period. That is 3.8 women a month. That is almost a woman a week.
Oh my God.
That is
Oh my God.
disgusting. Think
I'm
about
not
that.
good at math, but when you did that, I'm like, shit.
That is disgusting. This man
That's
should
what
be
I'm
put
saying.
in
Is
fucking
that what he would
prison.
do on his Friday nights? Like, I'm gonna get a fucking massage.
Like this dude was supposed to be Houston's Messiah, and instead he became their Judas. Like, what the fuck?
And now the Texans are that franchise is doomed.
And it's so
I-
crazy because
All
they
right,
were
sorry,
giving
Cam.
NDAs.
chill.
They were giving NDAs.
Kim, look at it. Like Bill O'Brien practically tried
He's
to
not even our coach.
sabotage.
Hasn't coached for us in 2 years. What are you talking about?
But that's why we lost Hopkins. Like that's probably whenever they lost their hope and everything, because you had Watson and Hopkins, and they were like a great dynamic duo. But it's like it seems like
Things can't last forever, baby.
I mean, when they're giving away for free, yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a bad trade, but I mean, look, now we have like fucking 3 first-round picks for the next.
No. Fuck all that. You think that trade was fair? You think that fucking trade was fair?
Well, for us, yeah.
It was. I
No, the
guess.
Hopkins-
What do you mean that trade wasn't fair? What are you talking
For
about?
Hopkins?
Oh, no, I'm talking about Deshaun. We got 3 first round.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
Bro, the
bro.
Hopkins ones is just stupid.
The Deshaun one is smart because did y'all gain cap space from that too?
Yeah, we gained cap space and we got 3 first-round picks.
But the thing about, okay, I have a very large bone to pick with cap space.